Hi YouTube, I'm Art. This is my Ascend FS12T Kayak. I'd like to show y'all some modifications I made. Everybody knows how they come. Nothing but a bare seat. That's about it. We'll start there. Everybody knows about the seat modifications on YouTube. Didn't really care for the way they had theirs done. I removed all the factory hardware and made these aluminum brackets. You have to excuse the dirt. I just got off the river a couple hours ago. It was kind of rough out there. But anyway, made these brackets out of aluminum. Pop ribbed them down, sealed them up real good. Down through here is a piece of channel that the seat sets in. Turned out to be a real good place to store the anchor. It just sits right there. Even going down the road, no need to do anything else. Just reach back there with my left hand to deploy it. Real comfortable, real easy to get to. Start around here at the back. I installed this Minn Kota 50. It's a real good motor, lots of thrust, no problems with it whatsoever. Just a few minutes ago, I put this 3-bladed prop on. I don't know how this will work out. Looks fairly cheesy as far as the quality of the material, but we'll see. Fabricated this bracket out of some good quality aluminum. Hot ribbed it down, sealed it up real good. It's welded across the back. You don't see it here. I wanted that for appearances. Turned out really well. Got some leashes here on the clips. Pull the pins, comes right out. Same thing here on the rod end. Quick release pin on a little lanyard to keep you from losing it, especially at night. I use this thing mostly at night. I love night fishing. Anyway, nice aluminum rod, runs up to the controller. What it is, I just cut the shaft to fit the little bracket I made here to mount the trolling motor head. It actually turned out to be like an armrest. It's real comfortable, something to lean up against. Took the cover apart and hydro dipped it just for some style. Notice when I had it apart, up under the factory decal, there was a series of holes and some clips, but nothing else there. And the factory decal just had Endura 50. I looked in the parts catalog, and for $8 you can get a battery meter. I don't know if you can see this or not, but a cool little battery meter and the decal for $8. So that was a real cheap upgrade, I thought. Like I say, I'm in the river a lot. Wicked strong current. I drilled these series of holes top and bottom to help relieve some of the heat. That was a really good improvement. I know heat and electric not good, so that had to help something. And right here I made this cool little device. It attaches to a piece of 550 cord with a carabiner on the end. It's attached to my life preserver. If I fall out under power, it'll kill the power, kill the motor. That way, kayak doesn't get away from me. Thought that was a no-brainer. Back here, you know, the infamous milk crate, do-all box. Carry a little cooler here. Sandwiches, drinks, whatever you want to put in there. I always carry binoculars. We got some bald eagles living on the river. Love watching them. This little rack here turned out to be real handy. I can take my sandwich out about 11 o'clock, throw it back here, let it sit in the sun for a couple hours. Next thing you know, you got a nice hot lunch. Good little box, carries everything, anything you like. Depth finder, pretty neat little device. I got it on demo right now. You can actually see some fish swimming by. Pretty neat little piece. Gives water temperature, your mile an hour, depth, battery voltage, time of day. Got a GPS course plotter, all kind of neat little functions. I haven't begun to learn how to work it properly yet. But I made my mount out of PVC plastic. I looked at some store-bought stuff. They were really nice looking and all, but when it comes to functional and installation, you know, they were bulky, expensive. You know, you're looking at $2 here. You know, it fits right into the factory rod holder that came on the boat. I left enough material in here where there's no clips needed to keep it from washing back while you're underway. You know, it's nice and firm. And then when you do want to move it, all you got to do is grab it and boom, you know, there it is. Nothing to it. Same thing with the control head. It swivels. Sometimes, you know, the sun makes some glare. You can see it now how it's changing the glare. You can move it out your way, whatever you want to do. You know, $2 versus $50. I mean, come on. Get creative. Added a rod holder there. This is my center console. There again, milk crate with some plexiglass sides painted from the back side. Like I said, it's dirty, just got off the river. Cutting board from the dollar store. This one's got a nice little groove in it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's good for holding your lead. Doesn't roll off. Neat little box. To cut down on wiring, I bought these two little flashlights, one on each side. 350 lumens and a piece of PVC pipe. It's been hydro dipped. You know, they swivel. 350 lumens, that's pretty doggone good. They light up the world. 4 AAA batteries. Been running them all summer. They still bright as all get out. Right there in the middle, let me reach right here and cut the light on. You know, regular old night light for proved fishing at night. Little center console come out good. It's my live well. When I use it, I just stick it alongside the boat on a bungee cord, and it floats right there beside the boat, no problem. It'll stay alive a long time. I run a little aerator to it, little motor mounts on the side of the boat, and just run a little tube over to it. Works really good. Yeah. Place for a rain suit. Don't ever use it, but I got one in case it gets really rough. Thought this is another good little safety feature. I think it's an ankle leash for like a paddle board or something like that. Say in that river, if you fall out of the boat, things happen in a hurry, and you can get separated quick, and that'll give you a chance to get your stuff together, get together, and maybe save yourself and the boat. When I'm underway, I normally don't leave the paddle here. I got it on a safety clip too, just in case. But I usually just move it up towards the front, lock it down on one. It's good to go. Stays out the way, doesn't get away my anchor. Anchor, I just, like I said, sits back here, runs up through this D-ring, a little zigzag cleat. One video I did like on YouTube was the anchor trolley system. You know, you can go buy these store-bought, but I'm a gearhead at heart, and the guy that posted this was probably gearhead too. Big box store, you can get these stainless pulleys and attach them down with pad eye 550 cord. That's a must for me. I mean, in the current of the river, even in the lake at night, you know, I like to anchor down. And sometimes if it gets hairy, all you got to do is cut your zigzag loose, and you know the rope will pull out, and you can go back later and retrieve your anchor. On the anchor side of the rope, I run a float, and there's a knot on the other end of the cord that you know, when I do deploy it and get rid of it, the float comes to the top, and always just go back and get it. Even if you do lose it, you know, $25 versus turning your boat over because of the current, it's kind of a no-brainer. Let the anchor go. No big deal. Been really pleased with this thing. Everything's worked out really well. See a little backlight, it runs all the time. A lot of people on the river and lakes, they drink a little bit too much alcohol. On the sides of the light, I install these. I don't know if you see the brightness. It's daylight out, it's hard to tell. But anyway, they swivel and point into the back of the boat. See how much water is going on back there. Or just pointing down towards the back of the boat into the water helps attract fish. This here is my night light pole. It's 3 LEDs mounted in a circle around the top of that pole. And it's you can twist it and dial it in any position you like. I'm not sure the luminous, but they light up the world. And got it also over here on a switch. It's in this box. It's actual battery for the depth finder, the backlights, and the light pole. Battery for the Trolley motor is in my console here. See if we can get a shot at this. It's a little quick release door. I broke the other half of the hatch. You can see it was up here where it's nice and cut out. It went up here, but I broke this corner off the other night on the lake. It's just plexiglass. I'll probably go back with aluminum next time. But you can see it just folds right around the cup. No problem. You don't have to move your cup when you want to open the door. And then in here, storage. Usually keep all my hooks, my lead, corks, artificial bait. Even with those boxes in here, right over here on the side, my firearm tucks right in there perfectly. You know, it's real easy to get to. Comes out with no struggle. It's a charge point. Charge the battery without having to access it. Plus I have another adapter for this that allows you to charge cell phone. Real handy little deal. But let me take these rods off and I'll flip this bad boy open and show you how the battery's laid out, how I built my battery box. See, there's really nothing to it. It just fits real tight, flips right over. The factory hatch, you know, was mounted right here, but I needed some, I had about 2.5 inches of height here. So on the back side of this high density foam, there's an aluminum frame that runs all the way around. Let's see if I pop this open. You can't see it very well, but like I said, it's, you know, it's the height for this, and it supports the battery. The battery does not set on the bottom of the kayak. Right here in the center, goes straight down about a 2-inch wide strip of aluminum under the battery, and then back up this side over here. So the battery is suspended by the top of the kayak, not resting on the bottom. I didn't want it to rub and wear, and plus the bottom flexes, and I didn't want the battery to be floating around moving all the time. 60 amp circuit breaker for Trolley motor, other circuit breakers for other wiring and stuff I got going on. But excellent location, balances the boat really, really good. Don't have no problems. See, in the little hatch, you put it back on, it just boom, right back in place. And it's tight fit. Right here, got a zip ties right attached to a pad eye going through the milk crate. Then I got another clip system back here. I don't have it installed right now because I wanted to make it easy to show you how it was to get into it. But all in all, it works out great. Like I said, the storage is real good. Put these 2 big boxes plus my lid. I put another box here, and like I said, my firearms fits right in there. Perfect fit. Everything's nice. Everything stays dry. Real easy to get to. Real comfortable. A little cheap way to latch the door down. Plus all my tools, knife. You know, everything needs to be on a leash on a kayak. They just clamp right on, and you know, there they are. Like I said, all in all, it's a great little kayak for the money, especially. I've been in some of those $2,500 kayaks, and the way things laid out, the accessibility to everything, I didn't care for them. I didn't think they were no more stable than this one, and I really liked the design. Another modification I made was to the seat. I don't know if you can see it, the sun. But anyway, let me walk around the other side. Maybe it'll be a little brighter. Sun's at such an angle, throwing shadows. Yeah, that might be a little better. But I added about 3.5 inches right in here to change the height between the bottom of the bar of the seat and the bottom of the seat, which allowed me, you know, more storage. It slides right in and out, stays locked real good by itself. I keep bug spray, dry storage cans for extra smokes, anything you want to keep dry. It actually floats. bug spray, and it's a good place for the storage area for the extra rope for the anchor. Real cool. I think everything worked out great on this one. Alright, hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm definitely not a videographer. In fact, this is the first video I've ever made. But if you have any questions, I'll be glad to help you with your problems. If you're trying to do something with yours, contact me at promodyakfish@gmail.com. Y'all keep on yakking. Keep it safe.